The books that we read add to our mental toolkit for solving problems. This manual covers 4 of the most common construction types, from timber framing to brick veneer, as well as cavity brick and masonry block work. We've got examples of timber framing, slab on ground, as well as post to floor, and even a brick-based wall, mentioning the relevant standards for the cantilever. But it's not just single story, we've got 2-story here as well, with all the different terms noted, as well as the stages listed from foundation all the way to painting and decorating. Here we've got brick veneer covered as well. It even covers the attachment of the bricks to the frame itself, with areas like brick veneer ties. We've got the foundations from the concrete slab, and how typical systems are implemented, like the waffle pod, even how they interlock, with a little detail of how they space them out. We've also got truss types covered here, from the standard truss system with all the typical hip trusses, as well as other truss designs, even all the way down to, say, this is a truss. They even cover how they typically put them up on site, taking things step by step. I really love the detail and clarity, showing areas like the cantilever as well as the backspan, all shaded so that it's easy to see. Flashing is also covered too, from the different chimney types, 2 areas of the roof that butt up against the cladding. Here we've got formwork for concrete stair construction. Again, just a little bit of shading goes such a long way. It makes it so much easier to read and to comprehend. Just here we've got a suspended concrete patio with all the scaffolding and formwork. We can cover so many of the fundamentals in just 158 pages. Now, diagrams are my favorite, but the big blocks of text also have interesting information too. Like, for example, a 2-story structure like this. It turns out that the ground floor typically needs to be braced 60% stronger than the first floor, but we miss out on this information if we're just looking at the pictures. I typically take a photo and have it read it back to me.
Usually the higher the building, the greater the wind loading upon that building. The speed of wind and its force increases with height above ground, i.e. the wind.
It makes a big difference for how much information can be consumed in each reading session. It highlights the text and it just reads back to you. Easy recommend for anyone who's looking to build on their foundational knowledge of construction.